like I said, keep it up.
Okay.
Well, you posted an email when we talked about availability, where you were trying to put all this on my shoulders. It's a shame that your reading comprehension just seems so terrible. It's right there in your clip. I mean, you can go back and read it. So let's deal with the availability thing at the beginning. You said you read the part about how having done 3 debates and 2 talks in 2 months, and I've spent up my vacation.
Okay, now here are the options. Either I didn't read the rest of the email, or I didn't think any of your many followers would read the rest of the email that I posted, or perhaps I thought that just being available on Saturday would not be sufficient for a debate between somebody in Texas and somebody in Canada, and that it might be better to wait until you had more time available. Wouldn't that make more sense?
Oh, by the way, you only showed the first half of that email.
It was a screenshot. I only showed the first half of the email because if I showed the entire email, the letters would have been too small for you and all of your followers to read the whole thing.
If you scroll down a little bit further to the bottom, I said in that email, finally, you're still welcome to call the show. I'd even be willing to set up a dedicated half-hour spot some week, if you like. Your impression of the show doesn't seem very accurate, and it might be because you've seen clips rather than the actual show. As I mentioned, Matt Slick was on for about 45 minutes when the show was 90 minutes. I had a bit more flexibility. Now we're down to an hour. And Ray Comfort was on for pretty much an entire episode and had nothing but kind things to say. It's right there in the same email that you claim you didn't get while posting a picture of it.
Okay, now here there's some misunderstanding on my part because I thought you were referring to the email that you said you sent back in 2009.
Now, how delusional or dishonest do you have to be to have somebody say, we'd love to have you on the show. We welcome you on the show. Please call into the show. I've seen your website. Please call into the show. We'll set aside for line for you to call into the show. And then claim that they're playing word games to disqualify you from appearing on the show. How many ways can you say, yes, call us, and have the person still go, well, you're playing word games to disqualify me from appearing on the show? And I replied to him and pointed out that Ray Comfort had been on the show.
I want to know where that email is, the one from 2009. Okay, now hopefully those 2 issues have been cleared up. But there's some that haven't, and there's some new ones. I'd like some answers to those, but I don't expect any.
And since he's put up a video kind of responding to my last video and claiming that I'm a liar. So your assertion that I'm lying, because I find it amusing that I'm being called a liar.
Matt, where did I claim that you were a liar? Where did I assert that you were a liar? Where did I call you a liar?
You want to taunt me on YouTube to get a clip that you could perhaps use out of context in order to make me seem to be saying something I wasn't, much in the same way you taunted on Facebook until I pretty much revoked your invitation to come on the show?
So it was Facebook taunting that caused you to pretty much revoke my invitation to come on the show? That's not what you said here.
If Cy10 What's-His-Face wants to call into the show, you know what? I'd rather he didn't, because I've heard from other atheists that he's called in or done podcasts with them with the express understanding that he's not to use the content without their permission. And then he's gone and edited things and thrown it on DVDs and then sold it to make money.
If you go to my website, you'll see that I sell 2 DVDs. My Unbelievable Exchange with Paul Baird and How to Answer the Fool. Nobody is questioning my right to sell How to Answer the Fool. Some people have questioned my right to sell the Unbelievable series. The DVD in this series was filmed in Eric Hoven Studios with Eric Hoven's cameras, and they did the editing. I have the full rights to that DVD. Now, people question my rights to sell the CDs within this series, and they were done on the Unbelievable radio show in the UK. I paid for the rights to include them here. So Matt, which is it? Did you pretty much revoke my right to call into the show because of Facebook taunting, or because of a DVD that I put out that I don't have the rights to? And Matt, which DVD have I put out that I don't have the rights to?
So your assertion that I'm lying and that I told you I wasn't available for the rest of the year is in fact a lie.
Now these are subtle twists that need to be addressed. I did not say that Matt told me that he was not available for the rest of the year. This is what I said. Okay, Matt's email is dated July 11, 2012, and he's basically telling me that he's booked up for the rest of the year. What I said was that he's basically telling me that he's booked up. Not that he's totally booked up. Yes, he did say that he was available Saturdays, and I posted that email for everybody to read. Clearly, the proper understanding was that only being available Saturdays would not work for a debate between somebody in Texas and somebody in Canada.
But in that email, he said also that he's still willing and interested in doing the debate. Okay, that's January 2013. I said, great.
Back in January of 2013, I told you that I was still interested in debating you. And you said, great. Well, you didn't say it to me. If you're claiming that you responded to that email, show me where.
Because I mentioned on the show that Sarah Moorhead had tried to set up a 2-versus-1 debate, me versus Eric and Kent, or Eric and Cy, sorry.
Is that what you said on the show? That Sarah was trying to set up a debate between you and Eric and me?
Because I offered to take them both on, 2-on-1.
No. You said that you offered to debate both of us.
I wasn't trying to set any of this up. Sarah was. Because I offered to take them both on, 2-on-1.
Matt, where is your offer to debate Eric and me?
This issue about being a guest on the show. For clarity, we should probably reword that. That refers to being a guest in the studio in Austin. Everybody is a caller if they're on the phone. The guest part refers to being an in-studio guest.
Okay, so the guest part refers to in-studio guests. Surely their website would not list guests who are actually callers into the show. Guest, Dale McGowan, show number 810. Show number 810, on the phone, Dale McGowan. Show number 817, guest Dan Finke. Show number 817, on the phone, Dan Finke. Show number 708, guest Greg Paul. Show number 708, on the phone, Greg Paul. Show number 827, guest Rob Poole. Show number 827, on the phone, Rob Poole.
Which is why Jen said, no, we're not interested in having theists in as a guest.
Oh, okay, I get it. You don't want theists as guests.
Matt Slick was a caller, not a guest. Ray Comfort was a caller, not a guest.
Ray Comfort was a caller, not a guest. Show number 702, guest Ray Comfort. Show number 702, on the phone, Ray Comfort.
We may call people, hell, a random caller could be considered a guest.
A random caller could be considered a guest? Great. Show me a random caller that was considered a guest. You see, Matt, I want to be a guest because you don't hang up on your guests. You say that Ray Comfort was not a guest. He was a guest. You didn't hang up on him. Well, I want to find out about Matt Slick. I want to see if Matt Slick was a caller or a guest. So I went to the Atheist Experience website and I looked at the archive and I searched for Matt Slick. Here's a list of all episodes. Went down to the bottom corner here and started typing in Matt Slick. M-A-T-T. I'm a slow typer. Space. S-L. Uh-oh. What's going on here? I-C-K. Phrase not found. In the whole archive, Matt Slick does not show up. So I went to the Atheist Experience YouTube channel and I typed in Matt Slick. I couldn't find the show with Matt Slick. But I did a general search on YouTube and I found that he was on show 593. Then I went back to the Atheist Experience website and I looked to see what was going on show 593. Show 593. No mention of Matt Slick. He was just a caller. And what happened to Matt Slick?
Your second response was, you need to give me another option.
No,
I don't. The nature of the, no, I'm sorry, I'm putting your on hold now. On hold now.
Yes, Matt, a caller to the show, was on for 45 minutes. But when the going got tough, he was hung up on.
It's really starting to look bad.
Yep.